Hi folks, I'm Don Schaefer. Once again, I'm excited to be with you. I know last week we talked a little bit about getting motivated. We talked about the fact that a lot of times, we want great habits, we want great things in our lives, but we just have to get the motivation to get ourselves started. And it seems like motivation sometimes can happen in various ways. Sometimes it's someone talking to you, sometimes it's a good book you read, sometimes it's just getting around a group of people that are motivated, that help you get motivated, but it's an element that we need to have in our lives. And that's where I know last week we talked a little bit about creating an atmosphere that'll allow you to be motivated, to be able to get started in the things that you want. Because I know we can talk about a lot of great ideas, a lot of different habits and ways of living, principles to live by, but I tell you what, if you can't get started, you get yourself an issue going there. And that's where in our life we need to find areas that will trigger us to want to develop ourselves in great ways and get moving. Get moving on whatever it is that we want in life. And that's where I'm a today type guy. I love putting action plans together and saying, hey, you know what, this is what I need to get done today, and try to do my best to achieve my goals on a daily basis. But this week I want to talk to you about another area, and it's probably not a word you're probably going to see in a dictionary, but I like to call it stickability. And you say, what in the world is that, Don? Well, I tell you what, whoever taught you how to quit on anything? You look at life and you say to yourself, as a child being born into this world, we didn't know these different areas of life and the opportunities of doing that. Somehow we learned, and it seems like a good portion of our society today quits on most everything. We find people in their marriage relationships, people, in their jobs, people, going to school or any type of a project. Whenever they run into any type of conflict, the first thing they do is they quit. And, even signed contracts don't mean anything in our society today, because many times we see people in positions in life that have a signed contract, all of a sudden quitting on the position. See, this here shouldn't be happening. We should learn how to fight for the things we want. I know our forefathers, had a different type of upbringing, because they had an upbringing that they knew their purpose and they knew what they wanted to have established, and they committed themselves to it and they fought for it. And in our society today, so many people just let things fall by the wayside. And that's where a great life is there for the taking. It's there for all of us. But we have to be able to commit. And one thing I want to mention too, there's a difference. A lot of times people will get interested in something, but there's a difference between being interested and being committed. It's just like in a relationship. You can be interested in a girl, but there's a big difference between just being interested in that girl and marrying that girl and being committed to that girl. And that's where today's society right now, there isn't a lot of commitment to doing and achieving things. And it's interesting to note, because I know Napoleon Hill talks about this. He says, adversity, problems, and issues, these can be a good thing, because they create things in us that allow us to develop ourselves in different ways. So much in our life is right beyond our problems. So much of our wants in life is sitting right on the other side of a problem or two. If we don't have any stickability to stick with something, we will never work through the problem and never achieve the area on the other side. That's where I'm wanting you this week to take a look at your life, and find out what your purpose is, what you feel is you, and the things that you want in life, the things that you want to achieve, and commit yourself to these things. Speak it out loud. I will work on this until I see it through. I will not quit. You will stand outside of the pack, because most people do quit on life. But the successful people realize there's no such thing as quit. If I get myself stuck someplace, I'm just going to find my way through it, and I realize that I will be a better man by getting through it. So I want to thank you for joining with me this week. Wish you all a great week, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you.